How difficult is it starting up a care business in the UK?
Thank you for the question. Starting a care company in the UK, not very difficult. It depends on how ready you are. Just like any other business, when you do your feasibility studies very well, your starting is not as difficult as somebody who has not done any research at all. So I would say it's not difficult. You need to understand how to register the company. That is with company house. You then need to understand how to secure a license. And beyond the license, what is the client sourcing strategy for your business? And then lastly, compliance and administrative support that you need for that very company. So it's just about four main things that you need to put right, and you should be good. Yeah.
Oh, you mentioned we have about four main things I need to put together. Could you help me understand what those four main steps or structures are?
So company house registration, you need to identify or get the company name that you want to register. To the address you want to use, who are the directors you want to put in there. It could be yourself or maybe more than just yourself. So that's so basic. Then you go on to register the company. This may take you about a week thereabout to get your registration complete with company house. CQC application, you're looking at somewhere between 12 to 16 weeks on the average. You need to identify who you're going to use as your registered manager, your nominated individual. If you want to have a different name for the license, so we have the provider license and also location. So it's two things that you need to work on with CQC. So you're going to register that. It should take you about 12 weeks to 16 weeks, or maybe they're about close to about 20 weeks maximum. Should there be delays? I mean, with CQC, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's a long time to to wait. I mean,
Exactly.
from the CQC side of things.
Exactly. And then I didn't talk about the client sourcing as well. So beyond CQC is then the client sourcing strategy that you need to have in place. You need to have a very solid client sourcing strategy. Are you looking to have private clients as your main client for your business, or are you looking to have uh, the council clients as your main strategy, or you're looking to have a mixture of both? So you're looking at both the private client sourcing strategy and then the council client sourcing strategy. So it depends on what you want. And then fourth is the administrative and the compliance things. Once you are in a regulated space, you should know that compliance is very key. So CQC expects you to have your policies and procedures in place. They expect you to have your audit forms, your administrative files that you need to actually run your business with. And how do you store this information data? So are you storing the cloud, or are you going to have a very much important, you need to have a cabinet in the office so you can store service user information. So yeah, that is basically what you need to know. Yeah.
Okay, so on the average, if I want to go into the business fully, how much do I need to have readily available to be able to kickstart the process?
I would say again it varies. You shouldn't, I think on the normal days you have close to about 5,000 to start well. About £5,000 to start well. Somebody may dispute this figure, but then if you know what you are doing, you can support the process a bit. £5,000 should be good for you. You don't need to go rent an office to start in a care company. You can use your own home address to start care company. If you have a laptop, you don't need to buy a new laptop. If you have, of course, in your house, if you have internet, then that is taken care of. You don't need to buy a telephone line to start. You can use your own telephone to start. If you know how to apply to company house, you don't need to pay somebody to do that for you. If you can actually have your application to CQC done by yourself, you don't need to pay somebody to do that for you. But if you cannot, then it comes at a certain cost, which you could have between about 1,000 to 2,000, depending on the company you are using. Policies and procedure. If you can draft your own policy and procedure from the start, you don't have to pay for any for that. And then again, if you are using a third party company, they may charge you inclusively part of the application to CQC, prepare policy and procedure for you. You understand? So in all, about £5,000 would be a good amount to start. Together with your website development, you get a point. Your social media ads, So yeah, £5,000 is not too bad an amount I must put out. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So when it comes to the time frame in terms of the investment period, the registrations and everything, how long do I have to wait to get my breakthrough or desired breakthrough?
On the average, you would be looking close to about 2 years to, yeah, 2 years,
2 years.
2 years, yes, to really have your breakthrough. Now, let me give you the timeline. So, company registration, that is less than a month, so no need to worry. CQC licensing may take you about, if it is 20 weeks, thereabout. That is, we talked about 12 weeks to 20 weeks, okay, on the average. So, we're looking at about 5 to 6 months. You understand? Now, when you get your license, then you have to actually start applying. Some people even start application for contract, right up upon getting the company registered with company house. So it depends on your approach. You understand? But if you're going to start writing tenders or contracts after CQC license, then it means that you would be adding up about 10 months plus CQC licensing time, which is 5 to 6 months. So you're looking at about how many months? 17 months in all. And 17 months is just close to about 2 years. You understand? 17 to 24 months, that is almost like 2 years, thereabout. So, yes. So, because the contract period is going to take you about 10 months for you to go for it to go live. Between 6 to 10 months, you can have a contract go live for you. You understand? Yes. So in all, you're looking close about 2 years to have a good start. Yeah.
Well, that's a long time to wait anyways.
That's care for you. That's care for you. And it's very sad if you are a provider and you don't know this timeline, because or the timelines is very, very sad, because then you have unrealistic expectations regards to what you are
Yeah.
doing. And anybody that comes in there to help you, the bashing is a lot, because you think they are not doing what is right. They're just working within time, as stipulated by the various parties involved. Yeah.
There's a lot of scam in the industry. We've had cases where people engage some companies and they had really bad experience. So if I'm really looking for a company to assist me as a new provider, who would you recommend me to, or which company would you recommend me to?
Obviously, to be plus tenders, because I work with plus tenders, obviously plus tenders. But then, to help you much better, the question is, what is the track record of the company that you want to work with? Okay, what is their process like? The achievement, how long have they been in existence? Customer service relationship, these are by a few of the questions that you have to ask. Do you know their office? Do they have a physical office, or it's a virtual office? For you to be scammed, then it means that yourself, you haven't done a bit of due diligence. So I encourage you to do your due diligence, and above everything, at the top is credibility and track record of the company you want to work with. Very important. Yeah.
Thank you so much.